have been a teacher for the past 25 years, teaching in one of the smaller towns in Jharkhand. During this long span of time, I've come across thousands of children, but none as unique as Hana. Hana was a 7th standard student of my school and started living with me 3 months before. I volunteered to keep Hana with me after extreme request by her father, as Naxalite in his village forced villagers to send at least one child from a family to be the part of the Naxal Dasta, and this time Hana was their target. It might seem as a rather harsh decision on the part of the father to exile his daughter away from his home, but it is not rare in these highly troubled areas of Jharkhand, termed as the Red Corridor of the country by many columnists. I believe he was just concerned about her future and well-being.
तो मान लीजिए हन्ना को पढ़ा रहे हैं तो 8वां पास कर जाएगी तो फिर पढ़ेगी पढ़ाने के लिए क्या सोचते हैं? पढ़ा क्या करिएगा? नौकरी उकरी करेगी?
सोच तो वैसे ही रहे।
सोच वैसे ही रहे।
आपके जमाना में तो कोई नौकरी मिलेगा तब है तो।
It is not easy living in this area in highly turbulent times like these.
टीम बनाने के लिए लेने खोज रहे थे, घर घर से एक जन, एक लड़का या लड़की, सब लोग डर गए। उसके बाद में जो वहाँ था वो लोग आधा परदेश काम करने चल गए और फिर स्कूल ला लोग जहाँ तहाँ रहने लगे।
It was the morning after Christmas in 2010 when I visited Hana's home. As I reached Boda, a village about 10 kilometers away from the place I stay, I was received by Hana and her family and immediately served with a glass of water which they used to get from a well that was almost 2 kilometers away from their home.
उतना दूर से लाती है पानी तो नहाने धोने के लिए, सब चीज के लिए। कहाँ है चापाकल? तो पीने के लिए क्या है कुआं का पानी?
Later, I was also served with the traditional sweets and a dish made from radish leaf, as they did not have vegetables to cook.
दाल में नहीं, ये क्रिसमस का है। ये बनाए थे आप? मुर्गा ना काले वाला। अभी तक हमको तो कुछ डर नहीं लगा।
I have lived in Jharkhand throughout my life, but being in a village for the whole day was a new experience for me. I spent whole day with Hana's family, talking about their lives in the village and getting familiar with their lifestyle. It made me think how different and difficult their lives were from ours.
इसको पकड़ के कूटते हैं। सहारा के लिए नहीं, इससे निकल जाता है धान से पूरा चावल निकल जाएगा बनाने लायक खाने के लिए।
तो फटकने पड़ता है
और फिर और इसको क्या करते हैं? इसमें और क्या चीज होता है? मतलब धान कूटते हैं,
मकई कूटा जाता है,
आटा भी बन जाता है इसमें। ढेकी से आटा बनता है मकई के।
फ्रूट काट के आटा बना लेते हैं।
That night, there was a celebration at the village. The villagers danced the whole night. Even I was caught by the atmosphere of festivity and joined them in the village akhada, a place where villagers get together for their cultural gatherings. Next morning when I woke up, I I saw Hana was getting ready with her bicycle to get back to the town with me, the place which had been a second home to her for the past few months.
हमारे बाबू से बधाई मांग ली। तो आपका कोई यहाँ पर दोस्त साथी है कि नहीं, जिससे दिन को बैठ कर बतियाते हैं ऐसा? कहाँ जाते हो?
She was looking a bit upset as she was leaving the place which is her motherland. I assured her mother not to worry about her, as I will take proper care of Hana. Because of this problem of Naxalism, many dwellers of these Naxal-affected areas are forced to leave their homes and migrate to different parts of the country for their safety.
पहाड़ पर्वत नदी नाला, अरे हमर छोटा नागपुर, अरे काले फूल गेले संगी, काले छोड़ देले संगी, आसाम भूटान, हरियाणा चाय के बगान।
Over the past few years, Naxalism has been declared the biggest internal security threat of the Indian nation, affecting a lot of areas, a lot of people. I guess the children are the worst victim of the disturbed times that we live in. The reasons are many.
ये आतंकवादी और नक्सली ये जो हैं, इनके डर से गांव के सुदूर देहातों के जीवन में इतनी तरह की असमानताएं आ गई है कि बच्चे भी अब कभी कभी कोई विशेष घटना होने पर नॉर्मल नहीं रह पाते हैं। कभी कभी विद्यालय की उपस्थिति भी बहुत कम हो जाती है। कारण यही है कि कोई अक्सर किसी ऐसी घटना से रूबरू होते हैं बच्चे, जैसे गांव में कभी नक्सलियों ने रात बिरात को कोई हमला कर दिया, किसी को उठा के ले गए, कहीं से किसी को ले आए और मारे। जन अदालत के द्वारा उनको तरह तरह के उनकी बातें हैं जो सुनाते हैं, टॉर्चर करते हैं। तो गांव के बच्चे हैं, अगर स्कूल आने के क्रम में रात भर डरे हैं कि कुछ घटना हो रही है, गोली बंदूक की आवाज़ें सुनाई दे रही है। सुबह जब निकलते हैं भय का माहौल होता है, कभी कभी पुलिस आ जाती है। तो इन सब का बच्चों पर इतना असर पड़ता है कि विद्यालय आना तो दूर, घर से निकलना भी पसंद नहीं करते हैं।
As Naxalism deviated from the main motive it was started for, the movement gone terribly wrong, and we see the many effects and after effects of it in our day-to-day life in Jharkhand.
सामाजिक और आर्थिक विषमता को दूर करने के लिए यह आंदोलन प्रारंभ किया गया था, लेकिन अब आंदोलन अपने रास्ते से भटक चुका है। इन क्षेत्रों में भी जो उग्रवाद के नाम पर आंदोलन में सम्मिलित है लोग, उनका भी मकसद समाज की संरचना में कोई परिवर्तन लाना नहीं रह गया है।
It has surely created many issues, tensions and problems for the people these days. However, as I see, it has affected the children a lot. They become the innocent victims, losing the carefree years of childhood while living in constant fear and tension.
एक दिन ऐसा हुआ, हम बोदा गांव घूमने गए थे, तो वहाँ पर पार्टी सबसे भेंट हुआ। उसके बाद में वो लोग बोल रहा है कि हम लोग के साथ चलो। तो मैं बोला कि आप लोग के साथ मैं नहीं जाएंगे, काहे कि हम घर में अकेला हैं। मेरा पिताजी भी नहीं सकता है, दादा दादू सब तो लोग तो बुढ़िया गए। मेरा पिताजी भी नहीं सकते हैं, माँ भी नहीं सकते हैं, कौन उन लोग को कमा खिलाएगा। तो वो लोग बोल रहा है कि ज़्यादा बकर बकर मत करो, नहीं तो हम पीट के बिक देंगे। सामने बांध देख रहे हो, बांध में डाल देंगे, तो अपना समझ लेगा। उसके बाद में हम बोले भैया ऐसा मत कीजिएगा, मेरा माँ बाप सबको कौन पोसेगा। मार पीट रहा था तो हमको फैंट से मारा, पीठ पर जूता से लाथा, फिर माथा में मारा, चारों तरफ से लात जूता चलाया। उसके बाद में वो लोग बोल रखा कि देखो अगर भाग जाएगा तो तुम समझ लेना, फिर मुठभेड़ हो जाएगा ना तो अपना शरीर कहाँ बेचेगा तो तुम अपना समझ लेना, ऐसा बोले। उसके बाद में वो लोग चल दिए। उसके बाद में हम धीरे धीरे आए घर और माँ साहब को बताए कि ऐसा ऐसा कर दिए। इतना ही बोलने पाए, उसके बाद में मेरा दिमाग क्रैक हो गया। इसी चलते हम 8वीं क्लास में पढ़ रहे थे और हम छोड़ दिए स्कूल।
It has certainly become a matter of major concern for the state these days, as it tries to normalize the situation within these troubled areas. Children belonging to these remote areas come to the school where I have been teaching for the past 25 years. This everyday journey of these children is not an easy one. Though I got a sense of it during my many conversations with Hana, where she discussed her life with me. Prior coming to my home, she used to come from a village to attend her school, covering almost a distance of 10 kilometers, crossing forests and rivers. Even on a foggy winter, she had to wake up at 4 to attend her morning classes so that she could be in the school on time. We cannot even begin to imagine the amount of difficulty and trouble these children go through, even to come to school every day. Something that might sound so trivial to us is actually an everyday challenge to them. The atmosphere and lifestyle followed in my home was very different from that of Hana's. I believe she had some problems in adjusting to this very new way of life initially. She could not bring herself to sleep on bed and requested me to let her sleep on the floor. She had never slept on a bed before. It was something very new for her. More easier and comfortable in many senses. But I guess she was more happier when she used to travel kilometers to attend her school. Despite of all the many problems of commuting, despite all those hardships, she was still happy, just because she was among people she loved, within a place she recognized as her own. This transition from living in her own home to living with me was not an easy one for her. I have lived in the very same state as Hana, troubled with the problems of Naxalism. But the times I have spent with Hana have made me realize that its effect on us, people living in towns and people living in remote areas, is quite different, who have a first-hand experience of the Naxal happenings. The effect on a small children's psyche as Hana is acute. They are forced to live away from the friends and family due to the disturbed state of affairs in their habitat. They become sad. I have seen children losing the carefree innocence of childhood. We got closer as we spent more and more time together. I could see the ice breaking as Hana got attached to me with each passing day and opened herself up to share her issues, sorrows and happiness.
एक रास्ता है या तो से पार है।
अकेले थे तुम और लड़की लोग थी? कैठा
वहाँ थे जो मुस्लिम लड़की लोग थे।
तो फिर एक ही तो रास्ता था, तुम लोग डरे नहीं? डर नहीं लगा पार हो रहे थे तो?
She would ask me to let her help in household chores and day-to-day work. I could sense that she really missed her family a lot, the place she lived in. No matter how much one tries to adjust in a new place, the trauma of separation from the homeland does not go away. I tried to help her overcome this pain. To help her adjust to this new life, I asked her father to come and visit her every week, even if for a little time while on his way to the weekly heart, so that Hana does not feel alone. I was trying to give Hana a taste of life that she was deprived from till now.
रुकना रे आके देखने वाला
In order to amuse her, I would often take her to the market with me, but she insisted that she enjoys the Friday heart more. I guess she could relate more to it because her father used to come here. However, sad because of separation from family and homeland, I believe Hana was still among the fortunate few children who were not living amidst this constant threat of bullets and violence in the remote villages affected greatly by Naxal happenings. It was Republic Day in 2010. I asked Hana to accompany me to the Republic Day celebration in a local sports ground. It's ironical, when we were celebrating Republic Day with such fervor, children from a remote school merely 5 kilometers away from the bloc headquarters were not even allowed to host a tricolor because of the Naxal commands which banned such celebrations and hosted black flag as a sign of protest and showing their dissent against the state. It was a celebration of different kind for them, where they probably took oaths to give another nasty blow to the established government, the Indian nation. They blew up a school building in the district as a mark of protest against the police. But such acts of dissent and disapproval to the administration, bureaucracy and government are not right on their part.
यही हम लोग सुने 12 बजे करीब में एक घटना हुआ है, बम विस्फोट हुआ। यहाँ देखे आके सुबह में हम लोग देखे कि हाँ यहाँ पर पूरा स्कूल पूरा उड़ गया है। इसमें बच्चे लोग पढ़ते हैं, कम से 400 बच्चा पढ़ता है यहाँ।
Surely being a part of a democratic nation, they have the right to show their disapproval to the government's policies. But resorting to such violence is not correct in any sense. It is the common man who suffers the effect of their actions, and more so the children who become the worst victims.
नदिया जंगल माटी सूरजी पर्वती धरती नदिया जंगल माटी.
It is a battle of ideologies between the Naxals and the government. Battle for supremacy. A battle for power. In the past decade, the government has proved to be helpless in tackling this internal security issue, and as a result, the situation has gotten worse. They declared the Operation Green Hunt to gain control of the situation, the most talked and widely debated about operation in the recent times.
आज नक्सलवाद की समस्या सबसे बड़ी समस्या है और हर लोगों को इस समस्या के समाधान के लिए सोचना चाहिए, क्योंकि आम जनता इससे बहुत परेशान है। लोगों को कब क्या हो जाएगा नहीं कहा जा सकता है, इसके लिए हम लोग को शांतिपूर्वक एक बैठक होनी चाहिए, मिल बैठ करके समस्या के समाधान के लिए हम लोग को विचार विमर्श करना चाहिए, ताकि शांति से ही समस्या का समाधान हो सके।
दलीले जिंदगी वो है, कमाले बंदगी वो है, कोई भी दौर हो उसमें मेरा जे आदमी वो है, वही तो दीन दुनिया है जो।
हथियार से हथियार का रोकने का जो अभियान है, इसको रोक के एक सामाजिक प्रक्रिया मानना चाहिए। लोगों को रोजगार जो है उस रोजगार से जोड़ना, और उससे जो बिखरे हुए हमारे समाज के सब भाई बंधु जो भी हैं, हमारे ही लोग हैं, उनको इस अभियान से कैसे निकाले, इसके लिए एक सोच अपनाना होगा।
ऋण चल रहा है, ठीक है चले, लेकिन गांव में घुसेगा मिलिट्री, उस वक्त हमें और आपको बैठ के उसको समाधान करना होगा कि डरने की बात नहीं।
The Operation Green Act. It has surely triggered much opposition, but whatever the result might be, whatever position one might take, for or against, the children would suffer due to this violent clash of the state and the Naxals. This violence and turbulence would affect the innocent forced to live amid such regions. I do not know what Naxals want, what government is planning, or what is the further strategy of the police to overcome this devastating protest. But this armed protest has affected the normal day-to-day life of people living in the remote areas, and especially children whose childhood have begun to lack the safety and comfort necessary for their proper development. Many children like Hana are waiting in anticipation for this armed conflict to get over, so that they can again live a peaceful life in the loving care of their families, where they can laugh and play without fear, where they can live a life away from the threat of bullets.
यही मंत्र है, यही साधना, ग्राम ग्राम में जाएंगे, ग्राम नगर यार बन के वासी सबको आज जगाएंगे, सबको साथ मिलाएंगे, जाति प्रांत और वर्ण भेद को सबको दूर भगाएंगे, भारत माँ के सपूत है सब बंधु भाव विकसाएंगे, ऊंच नीच का भाव मिटाकर समता ममता लाएंगे, ग्राम नगर और वन के वासी सबको आज जगाएंगे, सबको साथ मिलाएंगे, छल और बल या प्रलोभनों से हमसे बिछड़े जो भाई, भूले भटके उन सबको हम वापस घर ले आएंगे, हर वनवासी बंधु है अपना सबको गले लगाएंगे, ग्राम नगर और वन के वासी सबको आज जगाएंगे, सबको साथ मिलाएंगे, शिक्षा श्रद्धा के माध्यम से घर घर सबके जाएंगे, नर सेवा नारायण सेवा इस व्रत को अपनाएंगे, इस हेतु हम अपना सब कुछ अर्पित करते जाएंगे, ग्राम नगर और वन के वासी सबको